Hello, Let's Watch TV listeners. And how are you?
I'm good, Joe. How you feeling, bud?
I was more so talking to the fans, but I'm good.
You're good?
I'll be in Portland on Thursday, Vancouver Friday, Seattle Saturday, next Thursday, Milwaukee, then Friday and Saturday in Appleton. The week after that, Friday in San Francisco, then Fort Wayne. Then you come into town.
Woo! I'm coming
Fort Wayne,
to town.
Providence, Baltimore area, Spokane, Salt Lake City, Vegas, Dania Beach, DC, Calgary, Rochester, Pittsburgh, and Denver. And then I'm getting married. Couple things. One, I'm having breathing issues.
Yeah, I know.
I thought I had cocoa. I don't. But isn't it so funny how COVID has just changed? I was just talking to Morgan and his mom upstairs. Do you remember people would just be hawking along and you'd just be like, okay. Now if someone around me is like, I'm like, get the hell away, you nasty ass gross mother. Get out. Isn't it so funny?
Yeah, but
I'm over here I can't breathe. I got cold.
You do have to be careful because COVID has affected people's lungs. So if you're short of breath with a little bit of activity, here comes the nurse in me. You've really got to be careful of that and all that cough and everything. So just keep that in mind.
So I do have cocoa. You think?
No.
You think I got the co?
No.
You said no co.
No, I said you just have to be careful when you've had COVID in the past. Because of your lung capacity, sometimes it's changed. God darn. Just be careful. Just watch that. Make sure it doesn't get worse. Plus, you've got allergies and all that.
Do I look blue in the face, everybody? Hell.
You've got allergies
Do you know what Morgan said? I go, Morgan, I'm doing laundry. I come up the stairs. I'm so out of breath. I think I have COVID. He goes, or you're just out of shape. I was like, oh. Well, I guess that's where we're going. Okay.
The guy who goes to the gym, how often?
I guess I am, and you're stuck with it. So get an elevator in this house so I can do the laundry, because apparently I'm just out of shape.
That's the farthest thing from it.
So
well, I hope you're feeling better.
I do have to tell you something. This is kind of a funny story.
Yeah.
He pulled the biggest Fran Dombrowski thing the other day. Couldn't believe it.
It had to be good.
It was so it was unbelievable. Okay, so I get a package delivered to the house, no return address. It's delivered. It's addressed to me. And I opened it up, and it was a glass bong. And then I kept opening it up, and it was a glass bong and a glass pipe and all this weed smoking stuff. Now, if you've seen my new hour, you know I have a joke about this. I don't smoke weed anymore. I eat edibles, because edibles are how adults do weed. There's math involved. You got to time that shit. But all this bong shows up, and I'm like, I first of all, I looked at it and I go, this is not your cheap shit that you find at a farmer's market from some hippie artist, right?
Yeah.
This is top of the line, heavy duty glass. I'm I definitely didn't order this. I would have known, especially all of this. And I go to Morgan and I called my managers and I was like, did you guys send me this? I don't know, for a present or something. And they're like, no. And I was like, okay. And then I told Morgan, I was like, how weird is this? This got delivered to me, to this house, and I did not buy it. He goes, do not use it. And I was like, I'm not going to. And he goes, do not use it. That could be laced with fentanyl, and someone could be trying to get you poisoned. And I was like, okay, well, calm down, Detective Dumbledore. Whoa. I'm just saying, I don't know where this is from. He's like, do a reverse search on tracking. I was like, oh my God. Come to find out, the next person I called was Gasper. And I'm like, no, I know to God you would not send me this.
Right. He would spend that kind of money.
Is there a podcast ad that I don't know about or something? And he's like, actually, there is. And he did a little, he's like, yeah. He's like, and they just assumed to send it to you instead of me because they know I wouldn't talk about it or do anything with it anyway. So they just sent it to me. And he's like, and I was like, oh my God. And I opened it up and I never even opened the email. So I was like, oh my God. But then I told Morgan, like, oh, it's a podcast ad. And he was like, oh my God. Then I went down this rabbit hole of thinking, wow, has my life changed? I was a kindergarten teacher, and now I'm slinging bong ads in my podcast.
That could be some teacher side hustle. You never know.
I had power to them. That's great.
No kidding.
I was like, oh, God. Well,
I hope
that's the latest over here.
Well, I hope you start to feel better. Mom sent you all the nursing stuff to watch for.
Yeah,
and don't smoke out of that bong.
She's like, go to the local physical therapy and
I never said
a heart monitor. And
I
also
said
an oxygen monitor. And I want you to stick it in your jugular and check your pulse ox, okay? Do a blood sample. See exactly how much blood you're pumping and the oxygen levels of that blood. Then I need you to take a fecal sample and send it in to toxicology.
Take it all back. Listen.
She told me all that, everybody. She told me all that.
You sprained your ankle?
Sprained the
You're fucking falling apart.
Fuck out of
Did you go to the doctor and have it checked?
You know what? I didn't.
No, you're Dr. Dombrowski now.
First of all, I'm Dr. Dombrowski. Second of all, I'm losing faith in the American healthcare system. And third, no, I'm not going to sit around in a waiting room for them just to be like, yeah, it's sprained. Because I'm like, yeah, I know. Because if it was broken, it would be badly bruised, one, and it's not. And two, I would be in excruciating pain. And I'm pretty sure I'm okay. So
what is it? How do you think you got a sprained ankle?
Well, what is it? Well, hold on. Let me. It is a hairline fracture. Just kidding.
Why do you think what you're looking at is a sprained ankle?
I know it's a sprained ankle because I just do. You know how a body's intuition, Mom. Stop grilling me, okay? It's a sprained ankle.
What have you been doing for it?
Tylenol and icing it with my ice pack, elevating it, and then the swelling wasn't going down. And then the swelling wasn't going down, so I bought an Ace bandage, and that helped a lot. Ace bandages really do help. So now the swelling has moved into my calf, but just kidding. No,
How did you put on the Ace bandage? Did you put it on correctly?
Yes, I did.
How? How do you put on an Ace bandage? From where? Where do you start? Where do you start?
The toes.
Oh, very good.
Right. And then how do you put on an Ace bandage? Like this.
Like you're weaving a rug.
Weaving. Oh my God, Mom. I saw this video the other day, and this woman, and she was doing this. She was doing this on her elbow. Just like this. For those of you who can't see me, I have two fingers just like waving around my elbow. And in the video, the woman goes, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm figure eighting." And she's like, "What's that?" She's like, "I am making the energy around my arthritis aligned to take care of my pain." So then over here, I'm like,
such a jerk. Well, how do you think you're going to be running through an airport and stuff and all over town this week? So
I will not run. I'll call Delta and be like, "Excuse me, I am a wheelchair assistance."
I've had to have that. When I was
You're the
with my
bionic
niece,
woman.
with my niece.
Don't even tell people. Don't even tell people how
I
many
didn't.
replacement
My sisters
joints you
made
have,
me
or they'll shoot you for the medal.
My sisters made me.
Someone is going to hit you with their car and be like, oops. And then they're going to take you on the black market and extract all your titanium to make a catalytic converter.
No, my sisters made me get it when I was having bad knees and coming out to Seattle. And they picked me up in a wheelchair and they took me through the airport and all that kind of stuff.
Quick story, too. You did come to Seattle one time and we wanted to go to the Space Needle and you really couldn't walk this time.
Oh, my God.
I couldn't get you a wheelchair. And I'm like, you're fine. You're fine. Downpouring rain, everybody. Downpouring rain. We get up into the Space Needle.
No umbrella.
Like, no umbrella. They're like, now we're going to take your picture. And she's like, no. And I'm like, yes, come on. I am so glad that we have this picture forever because it's me and my dad, tall as hell, looking happy as can be. You're still sitting in your wheelchair looking like a drowned, harassed rat.
It was terrible.
Hair just PC and hanging in front of your face. I have to find this picture.
It looked like I went to take a shower and you guys were all... It was terrible.
Oh, my God. I think terrible. I have it right here. I don't know how we would show the fans, but we'll have to figure it out.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that.
I don't even know how to show you while we're podcasting. So that says a lot about us.
It's something that you can learn, Mr. Technology. How you throw pictures up on the screen. Like when we do Mama Fran's PSAs and you find an article, you can pull it up. Anyway.
Speaking of Mama Fran and her PSAs.
Wait a minute. I wanted to say I ran into a wonderful fan, Taylor Messinger.
Oh, this was so sweet. Yeah.
Taylor, and I hope I didn't mess up your name, Messigander, who made those beautiful pearls, her and her mom, beautiful pearls, when you were at your show in Royal Oak. And I walked into the nail salon and I hear, Mama Fran. And I thought, who knows me in here, and here it is. Yeah. Taylor, she goes, you don't remember me, do you? I sure did. It was her girlfriend and her grandma. And her grandma says, I heard all about you and your son and the podcast and everything. So it was really sweet. And she told me that, I don't know how, her jewelry is on Instagram on Poshmark. And she's at AT_WILS 42. And I probably butchered that, but that's where they display all their beautiful vintage jewelry. So thank you, Taylor. That was so sweet. And I love when fans say hello. It's just so nice. So nice.
Very sweet.
Very sweet. Very surprising. Yeah. So
love it.
Let's talk about the month of February is the month of love.
We are watching for the month of love. We're watching Farmer Wants a wife.
Farmer Wants a Wife. We're going to be watching it every week and podcasting on it every week. It is cute. We saw season 1. This is season 2 on Fox. And this was just on Thursday. It premiered, and we're going to be putting this out the following week. So this is the first show. And the premise is 4 farmers mutually match up with women from big cities across the country and embark on an adventure hoping to find a future spouse. Just the typical dating show sort of things, but it was with farmers. And there's just a very sweet innocence about it, which is so fun. The host is Jennifer Nettles, if nobody's ever watched that.
Yeah, and, what I realized too as I was watching? Jennifer Nettles is also in another show that we watched for Let's Watch TV.
What?
The Righteous Gemstones. I was looking at her. I was like, she's in something else that I watch. What is
was
it?
She hosted it or something?
No, you remember The Righteous Gemstones, right?
Yeah.
About the mega churches?
Yeah.
She plays the mom who died.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, she's also a Grammy Award-winning country singer, too.
Yeah, in that. But
so there are 4 farmers on the show, really cute. And then I think, where the hell do they live that they can't find somebody? They're always talking about we're so alone on our farm and we really would like to share it with somebody. It's like, where the hell is your farm that you don't have people around? Anyway.
Yeah, that was weird.
The men on the show, the farmers, are so cute. There's Brandon, who's 29 years old and lives in Colorado, and he's a potato and barley farmer. There's Ty, who's 42. He's from Missouri. He's a single dad with a 12-year-old, and he does roping and roping cattle is what is under his signature.
Which, if we want to get technical, is not a farmer. I know. They keep calling, what's his name again?
Ty.
Yeah, they keep calling him Farmer Ty. I'm like, hello, swinging your rope around your head and lassoing a cow is not exactly growing potatoes.
Right, exactly. Then there's Nathan, who's 23. He's the youngest farmer. He does citrus, and he's a cattle farmer. And it's so funny because one of the girls he matched up with,
he's the Florida one, right?
I don't know. I have to probably if it's citrus. Yeah,
I was just gonna say
one of the girls on his show
doing citrus.
He's sitting there talking to this gal, and she goes, "Well, I'm a vegetarian," and he goes, "Well, how is the cattle farming going to fit into you being a vegetarian?" I'm thinking, "Oh, yeah, that was a real
she kind of had a good answer, didn't she?
What did she say?
If I remember correctly. Damn. I don't, honestly, Mom, I don't remember, but I do remember in the moment I was kind of like,
Yeah, I don't think she made it, though. And then there's Mitchell, who's 27 years old. He's a brand new farmer. He bought this new farm with a 19th century cabin on it that he's going to start farming for the first time because he just loves it. Guess where he lives? Guess where his farm is?
Macomb, Michigan.
Yeah, right. Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Ginger, if you're watching this, start watching.
Mom, you have to stop outing people, their names, and where they live. Truly, you really can't be doing this.
Anyway, Ginger, start watching this show because you got a farmer on there who's on the show.
You will also sell your house because the psychos are going to come lurking at your window.
They won't find her. I didn't say her last name. So after the farmers, they talk to these 8 women, and out of the 8 women, then at the end of the night, they choose 5 to go back and live with them on the farm. And so that's what the first episode was all about, is those connections, how they felt about it. What did you think about the show?
I actually very, very, very much enjoyed it. I can't wait to continue watching. There were a couple things that happened. Damn, I can't find the actual picture of you.
Mr. ADD, get back with this. Come back.
I did, though, however, find a picture like of you that day. So that's good. But I do need to find that picture of you actually at the Space Needle. What was your question?
Reel you back here?
Yeah, reel me back, girl.
So, talk about Farmer Wants a Wife. What'd you think about the show?
Loved it. There was a moment with one of the women where I was like, it's her. And it was, I don't remember what farmer it was. Damn, I can't remember what farmer it was, Mom.
Give me the situation. Maybe I can help you.
I don't.
Was it with the Spanish girl?
Oh, that I do like her too. No, but Melody is her name. I remember that. I don't know how, but there was this one of the girls. I can picture her. God, I should probably bring this up. Okay, I just brought up Farmer Wants a Wife cast. Here we go.
Okay.
Farmer Wants a Wife cast. I'm pretty sure it was that young 23-year-old farmer. Anyway, I just found this out. The girl's name is Mackenzie.
Oh, yeah. Nathan.
And Yes, it's Nathan's. And this Mackenzie, I was like, it's her. That's it, the end. And there was another girl. There was another girl who I was like, oh, him and her have the connection. Like, you can feel it.
Was Mackenzie that young girl who she's lived on a farm or whatever?
She's a travel nurse or something.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
I think. There's another one. So Farmer Mitchell, he made a connection with
Sydney.
a girl named Sydney. Oh, her for sure. I was like, Farmer Mitchell, that's your wife. Stop playing games with these other girls.
Mitchell's 27-year-old from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Yep.
I was like, this is your wife. Stop doing this. And then Potato Man, I did
Brandon.
get some. Yeah, I did have some, not issues, but he is into this one bartender, which I actually love her. I do love her, not for him, but I do love her.
He picked a Reba, a Grace, a Joy, and a Brooklyn.
He picked Reba, the bartender, and he picked her, and she goes, my name is a bar backwards. I was like, okay, that's cool, girl. But he likes her a lot, and I didn't like her until he picked her to go on the first individual date together, and she was asking all the right questions. And I was like, okay, I think she's actually into this. Like, I think she actually is, like, interested in this type of life and this type of man. And then I was like, all right. I want to see more of this develop. But at first, I did not see why he was all gung-ho on her. Now, back to Nathan, I think. Is that his name?
Kristen and Mackenzie. Yeah, Nathan is 23. Citrus and cattle farmer.
I need to know the citrus because we need to know which one of these girls are going to live the rest of their life scurvy free.
What do you mean?
Because, you eat oranges and then you don't get scurvy.
Okay.
Now, I want to talk about, we're going to call them all farmer this, farmer that, except for
That's
Ty.
What they call him.
He's Roper Ty. We're not calling him farmer. You're not growing anything. You're not growing no animals. You're not growing no corn. What you're growing is the rope when you're trying to lasso the bull. He and this Melody, this man is over here. She's like, you've ever dated a Spanish girl? And he's like, no. But I'm about to speak a little Espanol to you. And he is into it. He's over here like, I have not, but I'll fix you a paella, mami.
He never said that.
He looked at her and he said, andale, mama. And
he did not.
Listen, she has the kindest soul. Don't know what it is. Love her. She is like, she has never seen a silo before.
Yep.
And
she's going to see one.
What that is? And he's like, yeah. And she is legitimately asking relevant questions. Now, I was talking upstairs to Morgan's mom. What I like about this
Is she watching the show?
Nope.
What happened to your face? Let me ask you a question first. What happened to your face?
What are you talking about? Where?
You got this big red mark.
Oh, my God, I do. What is that?
I don't know.
Well, knowing you and your sisters, you're probably going to be like, go to the dermatologist immediately. It's stage 4 skin cancer. Jesus Christ.
Did you bump into something?
Yep.
Okay. Keep going.
That's just my COVID-19. Oh,
Keep
is
going.
It here now too?
Yeah, now that you touched your face.
Well, thank you for my dermal check, Fran. Now I don't know what happened.
You were saying that Ty.
I was saying shit. Oh, no, I remember. I was watching with Morgan's mom. I was talking to her about the show. And what I like about the show and what she likes about the show is it's different from season 1. Season 1, they painted the show to be like, we've collected all of these city hussies and we're taking them down to Mobile, Alabama to see how they do when Farmer wants a wife. What are they going to do when there's no dentist around and Farmer knocked out his teeth when he got kicked in the face by Clydesdale? Like, that was season 1. This new season is now, we have found a selection of women who are interested in dating an agriculture specialist. And some of these women have absolutely no idea what that entails. And some of them are construction workers. How will they do on Farmer Wants a Wife?
Well, there's that one.
But also, again, it's Farmer and Roper Wants a Wife. It's not Farmer Wants a Wife. You're not a farmer. Again, if you're listening, Ty, you're not a farmer.
Well, you know, that one girl.
I don't blame Ty. I don't blame Ty.
Well, there's that one girl from New York.
They should change the name to Southern Man.
Okay, I'm gonna exit from this podcast so Joe can just totally take over.
Southern man with stereotypical Southern tendencies wants a wife. If you're gonna pick people other than farmers, make your title not misleading. ABC and or NBC. Don't remember what network it's on. So how about that? I'm taking this up with who is the CEO of Disney World again? I'm calling Robert Eager, and I'm going to tell him, you know what Farmer's going to find? Farmer's going to find a new job, because this is
not on Channel 7.
Robbing the children. This is a lie. You're lying to America.
You know, we're not doing a podcast anymore late at night like this.
It's late at night for you. It's midday for me. And yes, we are. Now, the difference with this podcast and the other ones is that we just pressed play. We didn't talk first. You didn't waste my time.
Okay, well, you're wasting mine right now. What I'm trying to tell you, would you stop?
I will. This little Miss Muffet better sit on her top bed, eating her curds and whey that the farmer's gonna grow. All right? Who invited you on this podcast, Miss Muffet? Right? Long came a spider and sat down beside her. Watch your ass. Watch your ass. Not wash your ass. Watch it. Watch it. Okay?
Can I speak now?
There's only 2 people in my life that when I get them laughing, I can continue it until they literally go into cardiac arrest. It's you and Aunt Ginger. I can get Aunt Ginger laughing.
Morgan doesn't laugh like...
And if I made the active choice to laugh her into her own grave, I could do it. I could just
Morgan doesn't laugh.
And Aunt Helen, too. No, Morgan never laughs at me, ever.
Quit using people's names. Quit using people's names.
Don't. You know what? Actually, ma'am, you want to talk about using people's names? The listeners of this podcast could probably name everyone on your block, their address, and their blood type.
No, they
so
cannot.
Don't you even start. Okay? I will literally call Jeffrey Feiger. Think I won't. Try me.
Can I call though? Can I say something now?
You sure can try.
Doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even make sense what I'm going to say now. God.
And then for those of you who don't know, Jeffrey Feiger is like a basket case of a lawyer from our side of town who was on the Jack Kevorkian case and later was featured in a documentary that was on Netflix. What documentary was that, Mom?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jeffrey Feiger was in it. Was it The Tiger King? And they really exposed him for being like a chauvinist. Do you remember that?
Let's go back to Farmer Wants a Wife.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Now, Ty, this girl from New York decided early this wasn't for her. When she got done talking to the cattle Ty, cattle rancher
she
Ty.
said, She said, I love that for you. I don't love that for me, is what she said. She looked Ty right in the face. And this is why I love adults dating. Because he also, everyone, this is, okay, excuse me. If you are on the market and you are dating currently,
your fan's backwards.
You need to, excuse me, I'm speaking. Excuse me, Mr. President, I'm speaking. Okay. If you are currently dating anywhere in the world, you need to go watch episode 1, season 2 of Farmer Wants a Wife for this specific segment. Because guess what? She's just not feeling it. She didn't have a connection with him. He may have with her, we don't know. But she wasn't feeling it. She goes back in the house with all the other girls and she's watching how they're like all Twitter pated. And she is like, not me. I'm not into this. So she pulls him aside and they're down by the river. And and she point blank, she's like, hey, this is great. I'm just not feeling what I need to be feeling in this time. And I'm going to like remove myself from this because you deserve an opportunity to be courting women who are actually feeling the correct emotions for right now. And he said that, well, he took out his rope and lassoed her by the ankle.
He didn't.
Just kidding. No. And then he went, whoo! And then she was in the river. He said, that's fine. He said, that's fine. He goes, I appreciate that. And she said, I genuinely wish you the best on this journey. And I hope you find the love. And he's like, thank you. He's like, thank you for doing this. I really appreciate that. And here is the scoop. Okay. This is a reading from the Book of Date. If someone lets you go, good. Pick it up. Move on. You don't need to be chasing nobody. Okay. You need the one who's going to chase you. Don't you ever settle for anyone who is not giving you exactly what you deserve. And if you subscribe to my 8-part course about love and tenderness for the one easy price of $79.99 4 installments, you too can learn how to have a positive attitude when you're down by the river.
Jesus God almighty. Did you eat today?
A lot. A lot.
It's maybe the problem. I don't know.
Maybe.
Jesus Lord.
Let us know, you guys. If you're listening, go write us on YouTube. Was this a good episode of Let's Watch TV?
We're not done yet.
A little. Oh. Well, thank you guys so much. It's been so great.
Stop. We're not even
you got
done.
Any more shit to say about these people?
No.
They don't want this.
What I want. So we're going to watch episode 2, season 2 next on Thursday, Farmer Wants a Wife. And we're coming back to Let's Watch TV and we're going to give you more of our thoughts about that. So
yeah,
thank you, Joe, for all your stuff. Now it's time for
welcome. Mama Fran segments.
That's right. Now it's time for Mama Fran segments. Now let me just see this. Oh, that's not what I want. Hang on a minute. Okay, this segment, this is Mama Fran's. We're going to start with Mama Fran's. Nope, I have a bone to pick.
Uh-huh.
According to Pop Sugar, things that you don't realize are annoying to everyone around you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They are walking slowly on a busy sidewalk, not letting the person behind you in line
what are
go
these
ahead.
Things?
These are things that are things you don't realize are annoying to everybody around you. Walking slowly on a busy sidewalk.
Yeah.
Not letting the person behind you in line go ahead of you when you have way more items than they do. I always say to people if they have 1 or 2, I said, you want to go ahead of me? You know, I have no problem with that. Tapping your foot. Taking days to respond to a text or an email. Mumbling in a conversation. Making yourself too comfortable in somebody else's home. When your group is being too loud in a public space. Chewing loudly with your mouth open. That makes me nuts. Parking your car across two spaces. That makes me crazy.
Oh, nothing makes me want to throw a boulder in your windshield more.
Reading aloud.
What about reading aloud?
That's annoying to people around you when you're reading aloud.
Who the hell's reading aloud?
Well, it's no different. There's people who read
aloud. Can we add this to the list? Listening to your phone without your headphones on?
Well, that's about the same thing. Not returning your shopping cart.
Yeah, that's some lazy bullshit.
Taking up multiple seats on public transportation. Sucking out of a straw loudly when nothing is left in your cup. Not RSVPing to an invitation. This is a big one. Not knowing what you want to order when it's your turn to order.
Okay.
Sending a series of texts instead of one long one. Which one would you rather have? A series of texts, short little texts, or one long one? If I see one long one,
I'm less likely to read it.
Right. So you little spurts. That's what I think too. Popping your gum.
No, it doesn't bother me. I know it bothers you pretty bad.
Oh my God. Inviting yourself to plans you were not part of.
I have
this
done
one
that
says
on accident.
humble bragging. What does that mean?
Humble bragging is like if somebody
like I really don't mean to talk about
ticket sales
Joe.
And I was like, yeah, if people were talking about their ticket sales and I was like, oh well, I sold out the last 4 of my shows. Like there was no need
That's
to
bragging.
Say it. It's a humble
That's
brag.
not humble brag. No, it's not. That's bragging.
Well, let's look up the
we'll think of that one.
Humble brag.
Okay. This is the last one. Rushing into an elevator before allowing people to get off. Those are some of the things that are.
Oh. Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just some of the things.
This is one. Stopping your cart in the middle of an aisle while grocery shopping. Just stopping in the middle of the aisle. Pull over. Another thing, letting your kids run rampant in a grocery store. No. Get it together.
Oh, that's
Tell
for
them
sure.
Santa's watching.
Whatever you need to tell them. So those are some of the things that are things you don't realize are annoying to everybody around you.
I got one.
The next thing is... okay, go ahead. No, please.
And a kangaroo escaped just outside of Toronto from the Oshawa Zoo Fun and Farm. It was later on found in a rural area of town, and when the police officer went to capture it, it punched him in the face.
It did not. It did?
Sure did. Punched him in the face.
Oh, my God. Now, okay. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Dombrowski.
You're welcome. I got
the next thing is Mama Fran's PSA. Things everyone... You got to wait till the next thing. Mama Fran's PSA. Things everyone needs to know in life and how to do these things. Okay? You should know how to start a fire without matches.
Uh-huh.
You should know basic survival skills. You should know how to grow your own vegetables.
Oh, okay.
You should know how to swim, which I don't know how to swim. You should know how to change a tire.
By telling people.
Do you know how to change a tire?
Yes.
Oh, good. You should know how to jump start a car. Do you know how to do that?
I do, yeah. What the hell? You think I'm like spent my whole life in captivity? Jesus Christ.
You should know how to code, it says. Not knowing how to program will soon become synonymous with being illiterate.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm illiterate for the rest of my life because I'm not learning how to code. I'll tell you that.
And this one I agree. You should know how to think critically and question the status quo. I agree with that.
Yeah, well, duh.
You should know how to cook an egg correctly. You should know how to perform CPR. I agree with that for sure. You should know how to manage your time.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. You should know how to dress properly. Now, Gasper, this one's for you. You should know how to dress properly. First impressions are important. Dressing to impress means being tidy. You are tidy. You are tidy, though, Gasper. Up to date on fashion, looking as professional as you can, dressing for your body. And if you're advanced, bringing some personality into it. Well, he does bring his personality into it.
He does put personality into it.
How you should know how to approach and meet new people. That's true. And you should know how to remember people's names. Those are some of Mama Fran's PSA on things you need to know. Now,
that's a great skill that comes with being a teacher.
Yep.
Now, do you have something new to add, or can I do my next segment?
Well, what you want to do is checking this out. So it's called check this out. So go ahead.
Okay, sure. I guess I got to do it. Check this out. I'm sending you a link right now. Have you ever heard of a cat species called a Maine Coon?
I think I have.
Holy shit. A Maine Coon is are you touching your screen again? Yes. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Okay, go ahead. A Maine Coon cat.
A Maine Coon cat. It is huge. A Maine Coon cat
God.
is the largest domestic cat species and can get up to 25 pounds. Look at how big that cat is. Isn't that crazy?
It's huge.
You think, Mom, if you think...
I don't know if it's cute or not.
This one's got paws as big as Max, who's my golden retriever. Yep. Check out that link. That one is insane. Look at this.
I saw that.
This thing looks like it could bite you in the neck in your sleep and you'd be done. It is enormous. With cats being as testy as they are, I don't think that I would want one that's 25 pounds. Did you click the link?
Yeah, I did.
The second link?
Yeah.
What color's the cat?
Green.
You didn't click the link.
The cat is white. Ooh, it looks like a big old Easter bunny.
It does look like an Easter.
You gotta learn how to put these on. You need to learn how to put these on your podcast so your listeners can see what we're talking about.
Seriously, we do have to learn. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's your homework for the next podcast.
Yeah. What else we got?
Ooh, so listen, mine is checking this out. I did the PSAs. This is checking this out still. Florida man sues Dunkin' Donuts over injuries following a toilet explosion. An employee told the man that they were aware of the problem with the toilet since there had been previous incidents, this lawsuit says. And this happened in Orlando, Florida. And this happened in Orlando. A customer has filed a negligence lawsuit against Dunkin' Donuts, claiming he was injured by an exploding toilet at one of the coffee chains. He's seeking more than $100,000, claiming he suffered several severe and long-term injuries following the explosion of the toilet in Winter Park. Your cousins live there. After the explosion, it left him covered with human feces, urine, and debris. He walked out of the men's room seeking help from the workers and the store manager. According to the lawsuit, employee told him they were aware of the problem with the toilet since there had been previous incidents. And the lawsuit says, without diving into further details about the explosion. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh, my God. Anyway, anything you want to add to check this out? Because I have one last Mama Fran thing.
Tell me.
Okay. This week in entertainment news.
I got a good one for you, but I have to tell you off the podcast, actually.
Get ready, Bridgerton fans. Netflix Season 3, Part 1 airs on May 16th, and Part 2 is June the 13th. Sneak peek features moments between Penelope Featherton and Colin Bridgerton, and it's the beginning of a new love story. So just to let you know, if you're a Bridgerton fan, I started watching it and I stopped watching. I don't know why, but I think I've got to pick it up again because it was interesting. It was interesting. So Bridgerton fans, Season 3 is coming upon you. Next, I want to talk about Super Bowl 2024. It's between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
I can't. I'm wearing Lions gear.
Yeah. It was really... Oh, they got so close. But anyway, they're playing in Las Vegas.
Lions gear.
They're playing in Las Vegas on February 11th. The halftime show premieres is with Usher. He's going to be the halftime show person. But then I got to thinking, a lot of people watch the Super Bowl, not only for the game, but the commercials. So how much does it cost companies to put a commercial on the Super Bowl?
A lot. Millions.
According to Quartz Money and Markets, a 30-second spot at this year's Super Bowl will cost, you want to guess how much?
50 million?
No, 7 million.
Oh,
the figure represents that's for 30 seconds.
And what if I had 7 million and I just put a commercial in the Super Bowl that was like, come to my show?
Jesus.
Come to my show.
You better be a Vegas headliner. So, yes, 30-second spot. It's about $7 million. My God, that's a lot of money. So that's all I have for Mama Fran segments for this week.
Love it. All right. And that's about all the time we have this week. You guys, we love hearing from you. We're watching Farmer Wants a Whap this week. But if you want to call us in and leave us some love on the Let's Watch TV hotline, you can. 248-383-5753. 248-383-5753. 5753. Love
but
you guys
the month of February is still Farmer Wants a Wife, so we can
find our new YouTube channel. Leave us some love there. Do the whole thing. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Do it. All of it. Love you so much. We'll see you next time on
Let's Watch
TV.
Me on TV. Bye.
Bye.